Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Christopher Aaron. This is the iGold Advisor channel. It is August 27th, 2025. I hope you are doing well. We're going to have a breakout alert today on the silver market. Let's take a look at where physical silver is in the big picture. Later, we will talk about gold. I am so glad to have you back here. In case you're wondering, where has Christopher Aaron been for the last month? Why hasn't he been posting more videos? I have been extremely busy, a lot going on in my life, a lot going on in the markets. If you haven't seen a video here on YouTube for the last month, it's because you're not getting the free content on X. A lot of times when I'm busy, I post quicker updates for free on X. At iGlobalGold is the free feed. You just go over there, click the button, and you get to see all those free updates. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon here on YouTube to be notified when these videos come out. If you have 1 second to give it a thumbs up, it really helps. Thank you very much for that. It helps the algorithms here on YouTube. Let's get into this silver breakout alert, our legal disclaimer. And then we go. What I want to do is let's call it semi-big picture on silver. In case you're saying, whoa, there's a lot of colors here. I don't know what everything means. There's the legend for you. Pause it. Take a moment to look. Every color here has a rhyme and a reason to it. This is a disciplined system that I have been developing over the course of the last 20 years. There's a reason for everything that you see here on this chart. Now, this brings us to the present. We are near a 13-year high on the price of silver. You can see the last 10 years right here. Let's talk about what is shaping up. Silver is just below $39 per ounce as this is being recorded. Let's talk about the fact that the last year of consolidation below the $35 level had an amplitude to that consolidation of $6.10. Now, all things being equal, when we have a horizontal consolidation, a cup-shaped consolidation below a very clearly defined flat or horizontal resistance, we can then, once there is a breakout, as we saw here back in May, we can take that same amplitude of the previous consolidation, add that onto the breakout point to yield a real-world intermediate-term target for silver. The reason for this is because we expect short covering to occur at a same amplitude to the previous consolidation. Once those shorts begin to cover their positions, they will drive the price up an equal amplitude as to the previous consolidation. So that brings us to $41 per ounce, which is my outstanding intermediate term target for gold. Okay, we're a little bit over $2 away from that target. I made that target call right there at the breakout point. What else? What else can we notice about the silver chart right now? Well, let's talk about it. Interestingly, there is an embedded pattern here within the longer term rising trend for silver. There is an embedded pattern, and you should be able to see it here if you really focus. Look at the number of times that silver has hit this blue. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you telling me that's random? No way. 5 points, all matching up on the same line. So there is an embedded resistance trend here in the silver market amidst the overall rising trend, an embedded trend. And wouldn't you know it that the apex of that trend comes in at approximately $44, coming up here when we get to the very beginning of 2026, less than 6 months from now. So we've got an outstanding target at 41, and then we have an embedded pattern at 44. And then what? Let's remember the bigger pattern. Please don't forget about this one. Going all the way back from the first peak of this cycle, mid-2016, when silver peaked at $21 per ounce, All we do is we look where are the sellers showing up again in 2020 when silver peaked at $30 per ounce, and then we just extend that trend forward. Wow. So that trend comes right in the middle of the target 41 and then the 44 figure, the embedded rising trend. So do you see how we have 3 target or resistance levels all matching up within a few dollars here? Let's call it in the low to mid 40s within the next 6 months. Now this gets really interesting as someone who studies charts for a living, because I believe that is where the real power lies within the markets. When you have 3 separately derived target or resistance levels all matching up in the same vicinity, it draws a focus to that. It means there are this many outstanding traders, outstanding investors who are all going to be keying off of this level here in the low to mid 40s when we get to that point within the next 3 to 6 months. Now, let's talk about one other key level that is setting up here on the silver market, and it is this one, the $50 level. Remember, $50 goes all the way back to the year 1980. It's a lovely year. I like that year a lot, when silver peaked at 50, and then it took, 31 years till 2011 to get back to that level. That resistance comes right in here at 50. And I know it might seem like, well, from 41 to 50 is a significant difference. It's actually not that it's not that much difference in the big picture of things. So if you can imagine that we expect silver to be rising like this and getting here into the consolidation zone between 41 and 44 over the course of the next several months, I'm telling you, from 44 to 50 is just a hop, skip, and a little jump. I mean, the last time that silver got to 44, which was in the year 2011, it went from 44 to 50 in 2 days. 2 days. So you better believe, we could have this consolidation here in the confluence of the target and the resistance zone. And then, you go to sleep on a Thursday and you wake up Monday morning and silver is already at $50. So this is what I expect for the silver market over the course of the next 3 to 6 months. I've just outlined it here for you. What is going to come after this trajectory? What is going to come after? I will tell you, there are a lot of investors, there are a lot of traders out there who automatically expect that when silver gets back up to 50, that it is going to break through 50. And I will tell you, I am not 100% convinced that that is the case. And that is something that we are discussing at length in our premium subscriber updates right now. We've spent the better part of the last 3 weeks discussing what happens after silver gets to this target and then up to the continuation $50, this whole zone. So our premium subscribers already have that information. If you would like to access that now, you may join us at igoldadvisor.com. If you would like to wait several months until after the fact, you can wait, because then I'll post it here on YouTube, but it will be after our premium subscribers already know how to take the proper action. So that is what is coming for the silver market. We have a higher expectation, but then this huge question mark coming when we get 3 to 6 months from now into the target zone and the previous all-time high. Turning to the gold market for a moment, if you notice here what has happened to gold, remember, gold has been consolidating below this key resistance for the last 5 months. Incredible consolidation here that we see with gold. Notice this. Notice up above. Look at this. Do you see how the gold miners have clearly already broken out to new 52-week highs? Even as gold has clearly not broken out. So if you are not participating in the gold miners right now, you are missing out. These gold miners are moving and surging every single day. I'm posting about this on X. This is perhaps a once-in-a-decade opportunity here, because investors have finally realized how profitable these gold mining companies are with gold above $3,000 per ounce. We don't need the price of gold to go any higher for these companies to be recognized for the incredible value that they are now creating. So make sure you get on board, whether it's silver or with the gold miners. This is what's coming. If you would like to join us in our premium updates, the service for you is called Precious Metals Intelligence Plus. You can find out all about that on the website. We produce updates not like you're seeing today, not just 10 or 15 minutes, but 1 hour, not just once a month when I have time to post here for free, but every single week, at least 50 weeks out of the year. You get flash updates going right to your inbox. Not only do we cover physical gold and silver and the mining sector, we also cover Bitcoin, the US stock market, the currency markets, the rest of the commodities, oil, copper, etc. You also get the exact buy and sell signals when we make a decision here. Those go right to your inbox, so you're not waiting here for the next update for perhaps another several weeks. All that is available on our website. If you would like to sit down and discuss your situation with myself, Christopher Aaron, you can book a consultation right on our website. I work with everyone from beginning investors, people who are just starting with a few $1,000s to their name, how to get some upside in this sector, all the way to investors with multi-million-dollar portfolios. We sit down, we discuss how to create a diversified portfolio here in the precious metals sector so you're taking just the right amount of risk. I tell you what I would do if I was in your situation from a researched independent perspective. So keep in mind, we have these higher targets. To wrap up for today, we have these higher targets for silver, $41 up through and including $50. The big question that we are answering in our premium Precious Metals Intelligence Plus is what is going to happen to silver after that point. That is the huge question. Make sure you consider all of the ramifications.